Hey everyone and welcome to this week's episode of So That Happened. I'm Akash Anand and yes, I'm heartbroken that Undertaker retired. And no, I was not serious. Now that we started off on a nonchalant note, let's look at some of the more interesting news stories that happened with the past week. First off, cows. The animal version of the phrase, take a chill pill bro. Cows have been around for over 10,500 years. But nowadays, so many issues are centered around them that even the cows are like, Moo? This week, the Gujarat Assembly passed a bill that made cow slaughter punishable with life imprisonment, changing it from the earlier ceiling of 7 years in jail. Life imprisonment for cow slaughter. That means if you're desperate for a beef burger in Gujarat, you're basically signing up to join a club of murderers, terrorists, drug dealers, serial arsonists, and war criminals. Boy, your crime resume is going to look bad. Now you might say, but bro, the constitution says bulls and cows should be preserved for economic purposes. What? You don't respect the constitution, huh? To all of you, this logic is from that time when agriculture was the major source of livelihood in our country and cows and bulls were important for plowing. And I personally don't think shortage of cows or bulls is the reason why our farmers are in such a grave situation right now. Just saying, okay, this is just my personal opinion. And if you want to talk about following the constitution by the book, you should also know about the Indian Aircraft Act of 1934, under which if you fly a kite or a balloon without a license, you can be prosecuted. Yeah, your childhood is badass. I'm not even making this up, please Google it. So if not to protect the quadrupeds, why enact such a harsh penalty? Has the country become so frail that religion is creeping into our written rules and regulations? Has the state government of Gujarat even considered the impact the law is going to have on citizens who work with leather and meat? Because this narrow reading of Hinduism pushed by the BJP is in direct conflict with the first line of the preamble, which states that India is a sovereign, socialist, secular democratic republic. Secular. Onus on the word secular. Buck up Gujarat, you're supposed to be the sober one. Make us proud like Priyanka Chopra, not because of Quantica, but for being voted as the second most beautiful woman in the world, only behind Beyonce. Damn, that woman is killing it. Now let's move on from PC to the SC. On April 1st, the Supreme Court of India implemented the law that prohibits any sort of establishment to sell liquor if located within a radius of 500 meters of a state or national highway. And since it was the 1st of April, many people thought it was just an elaborate prank by the SC. They were all like, chhodna yaar, it's just April Fool's prank. And all of them ignored stocking up on their booze. For these people, April 2nd was a very sober and a very harsh truth realization day. Now the Supreme Court has defended its decision by stating that the law has been laid down to curb the rising number of road accidents, most of which are attributed to drunken driving. And that is a legitimate cause for concern. Statistics by road safety bureaus show that over 68%, that's right, 68% of all road accidents result from people under influence. But there are a few important factors that the Supreme Court has overlooked, right? And I'd just like to touch upon them. This ban would affect the jobs of over 1 million people. 1 million extra unemployed people are going to compete with a million unemployed engineers in our country. Man, those engineering graduates just cannot catch a break. The second issue is that this ban has also affected state revenue generation. Let's take Punjab for example. In Chandigarh, Punjab's capital, hoteliers reported a loss of over 3 crore rupees in just the first 2 days of the ban. This is a state that generated 4,518 billion rupees as tax revenues in the past 5 years, simply from the sale of alcohol. Truly the Homer Simpson of Indian states. You could argue that protection of a citizen's life is far more important than employment opportunities or revenue generation. And I agree, personally I agree. But those same exact citizens need a job to sustain themselves and money to make sure they can say, my government is best, bro. That brings us to the core problem in this entire conundrum. Implementation. It happened with one rank, one pension. It happened with demonetization. And it is happening right now with the liquor ban. This entire idea is good, but the way it was carried out was only wrong. This mindset has serious repercussions on a lot of people. This has come at a time when drunk citizens still bribe police officials to get off the hook. Ignition interlocks in cars is still a thing of the future in India. And drivers are still being blamed for crimes they did not commit. I hope you guys got it. Alright. So hopefully the Supreme Court will come up with some new clauses that actually helps the millions of people at risk of losing their jobs. And also those unemployed engineers. I mean, there are some really talented people stuck in that cesspool. So they really need this help, right? Alright, also, if they do not do this, Indians may not be the quietest or the most tolerant bunch of people around. But we sure are shrewd. Let's take Rajasthan. The Rajasthan Public Works Department has decided to denotify all state highways as urban roads to circumvent the ban. I mean, that is smart. That is a smart move. Speaking of smart moves, now I'd just like to talk about some really smart ideas that shape our lives. You know, sparks of innovation, light bulb moments. Speaking of light bulb moments, recently doctors in Saudi Arabia removed a light bulb from a patient's stomach 11 years after swallowing it as a child. I mean, guess he just wanted a light snack. Come on, it's right there. I know it was a bad joke, but it's right there. I had to crack it. Anyway, coming back to brilliant ideas. In this episode, I would like to talk about a shitty one. Stories. Not the ones you by hearted and vomited for 5 minutes in school competitions, but the social media platform kind. Snapchat invented it, Instagram stole it, WhatsApp ruined it, and Facebook is just making it look sad. You know Zuckerberg is really desperate when 3 of the platforms he owns have the exact same feature. And the funny part, not for him, is that when stories get introduced in a new application, the number of users drastically reduces. And statistics taken by me, okay, because this is not a statistics that actually helps the country in any way. These statistics show that there is approximately a 30% drop in the use of the feature when it comes up in a new app. So if there are like 100 users in Snapchat, there will be around 70 users in Instagram, 49 in WhatsApp, and maybe 2 on Facebook, because come on, Facebook stories suck. But frankly, I'm a fan of Facebook. Always have been, and I want to continue being one. So here are a few recommendations from my side to you, Mark, to make Facebook great again. I know you're not watching this video, but still. First one, and this is very important. Users should be banned from uploading more than 5 photos a day, and maybe 7 if you're like really good looking. I don't know how we're going to judge who's good looking and who's not. Maybe some algorithm. I don't know. I'm not smart. You guys decide. Alright, second, deactivate accounts of people who type like this. Come on, guys. I mean, nobody needs a migraine while reading, right? Next, take down photos with completely unrelated captions. Please put some thought process into making captions for your photos. Imagine a photo of a vodka bottle with a caption like this: "Don't cry because it's over, but smile because it happened." Oh, wait, that actually makes sense. I mean, but you got the point. Also, make Facebook games unavailable to those who ask others for extra dragon eggs, potions, or any farm equipment. Come on, guys, get a life. And finally, ban the accounts of anyone who shares photos on the lines of 1 like equals 1 prayer. I say this because sharing the photo of an acid attack victim and saying she's as beautiful as the runway model just shows you how narrow-minded and generic our society is. Would you say this mug looks as good as this one? Obviously not, because that would be a flat-out lie. And if you really want to show a person that they're beautiful, accept them for who they are, scars and all, and treat them like you would treat any other friend of yours. That's how you make a difference, not by pressing a stupid like button. Also, we are getting a new 200 rupee note in June, so pretty sure that's going to make Facebook active again with the memes and all that. Right, guys, thank you for watching this video, and please like, share and subscribe to the channel. Please, it's a genuinely nice thing to do. It's not much hard work, just a few clicks, please. So see you again in the next episode of So That Happened with Akash Anand. Hail Hydra.